Hey guys, Peter here, and today I have the March That Wrestling Club box. A little bent and everything, but this is a box that I've been getting for over a year now. Love this box, love the company. One of the best companies I've dealt with for subscription boxes. But in that year, I think this is the first box that I've gone into not knowing anything that's going to be in it. So I'm very excited to see what they've done this month, because February was alright for the most part. They had the Braun Strowman pop, which was amazing, but we've had some issues with the shirts recently. The pins have been great, but the shirts have been kind of iffy the past 2 months. January they did the Elite and the Nia Jax autograph, which, depending if your interest in the Elite you got and in Nia Jax, was iffy month, but it's still impressive that they got a modern WWE superstar. But again, like I said, this is the first month that I'm going into not knowing a thing that's going to be in it. So I'm pretty interested to see what it's going to be, with my expectations being non-existent because I'm going in blind. So if you are interested in this box, I'm going to be leaving all the details below. As I always say, I recommend signing up for this box sooner than later. They do tend to sell out, and they are pretty limited from month to month. So if you're interested in this, get in as quickly as you can. But without further ado, let's get into the box and see what we got this month. Okay, so let's do the shirt first, because the shirt has been kind of the big contention for me recently. So let's see what they did this month. That's really cool, and that's perfect for March. So this month we have a shirt for the Hurricane. It's designed to be a comic book. Just overall really cool. We have had a Hurricane shirt previously in this box, but it's not a big deal because the shirt designs are completely different. The other one is the vintage look that has been pretty standard right now recently and in trend. But this is a really cool design as a whole. Black shirt, which is a little again, I'm not a huge fan of getting a ton of black shirts, but the design is really, really bright and vibrant and really stands out on the black. So as a whole, I'm really happy with this, especially with the Hurricane kind of coming back into spotlight with being in the Royal Rumble. I'm guessing this is an exclusive shirt, so I'm going to do $10 for the shirt and then $2 for exclusivity, and because it is licensed. But yeah, very, very happy with the shirt, and especially in comparison to the past 2 months. Okay, let's see what this next item is. Okay, so we got a WWE minifigure. And this is a mystery mini from Funko. I think we've had this a while back. So it is an older line. I think it's from a year or two ago. Yeah, 2016. So this is about 2 years old now. But last time, I think I got John Cena in this. So let's see who we got this time. Alright, so we have Bret Hart. I think they're all 1 in 12. So you got a Bret Hart mystery mini. Again, because this is 2 years old, typically the value of mystery minis at retail goes way down when it's an older line. I feel like if you found this in a GameStop or anything, that this would probably go for like $3 or $4. Mystery minis at retail are usually around $6 or $7. Because it is an older line, I am going to just give it $4. But still, not a bad little throw-in item. Alright, so I think this is in a blister pack. Oh, that's cool. So we got a WWE Classic figure. I don't know if these are exclusive to Walmart anymore, but the original line was exclusive to Walmart. These are designed to be a little more stylized, rather than like the Elite and Basic figures. This line had Goldberg, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, and Seth Rollins. And we got AJ. I'm not sure if everyone's getting AJ or if this was just kind of a random draw, but of all 4 of those, I would probably definitely say that AJ is my top pick. So very happy with that. The box itself isn't terrible. Again, my box arrived a little bit kind of mushed up for whatever reason. So there is just like small, like little creases in the bottom and everything. I know for some figure collectors that's a big deal because they like to keep everything mint on card. And so this obviously didn't arrive mint. I'm not saying this is that wrestling club's fault, because more than likely this probably happened in shipping. I think these retail for about $8 or $9, I want to say. So I'm gonna do $9 to be safe, because I feel like these were like $8.99 when the Walmart exclusive line came out, and if they're that cheap at Walmart, then that's what I'm probably gonna say is the MSRP on these. And I feel like these are probably limited enough that you're not gonna be able to find these on clearance or anything like that. So we're gonna go about $9 for that, but it's really cool. I personally haven't picked these up. I don't think if I would have got this outside of a box that I probably would have, but I do think these are really cool and kind of a really neat throwback, especially if you are someone who collected the old figures or at least knew of them. I think it's a neat little inclusion. Alright, I think we have the pin next. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so the pin this month is a Starcade pin. And it's, I don't know what year that is, but it's the more modern WCW Starcade logo. It is a single backing, but still, that design's really well done. And the enamel work on that's really well done as well. That's a big thing, I think, because especially when you get kind of smaller details like the WCW logo. If you get a really bad pin manufacturer, that can bleed, and that's, you know, that's no bueno. So, really cool pin. For pins, I usually give that about $8 or $9, so I feel okay with giving that about, I'll do $8.50 this month. I believe I gave the Slam Crate pin that's coming up, I think I gave it like $10. So I'll do $8 for that, but that's a really cool pin this month. And again, it is an exclusive, so really happy with that. I think that might be our box, except for the autograph. Alright. Oh, that's cool. So the autograph this month is a piece of art, and it is of Joey Ryan. Joey Ryan is a really big independent wrestler. I believe he's been in Lucha Underground, Ring of Honor, I want to say, and then he might have gone over to New Japan for a bit too. I could be completely wrong with that. I don't really follow Joey Ryan that much. But I'm not sure. Let's see. Nolanium did the art of this. That's really cool to get a piece of art rather than just like a standard 8x10 or anything. I'm not sure if the art's exclusive or if it's just fan art that they, you know, paid for or anything like that. But Joey Ryan, I'd imagine probably about $15 to $20, I would say, because of his prominence and being so well known. I'm personally going to do $15 on my end. I feel like I've gotten Joey Ryan from another box before too. I could be completely wrong, but I feel like I've seen his autograph in Pro Wrestling Crate before. So he is someone, you know, I'm not saying that it's bad or anything, but just to keep in mind that this is an autograph that I think was in Pro Wrestling Crate before, and I think there's a box called Pro Wrestling Loot that I've been looking at that I think had Joey Ryan's autograph as well. So just something to be mindful of. But again, I feel like $15 is pretty fair for that. Depending on whether the art was custom or not, you might be able to give another $2 or $3 for that. So depending on that, you could go anywhere from 15 to probably about 18 on my end for that. But it is on photo paper and everything. It's not like a print, but still pretty cool to get that as the autograph. And I think that is our box. I just have the spoiler card. So let's do some final pricing and reveal. The first item being listed is an exclusive Hurricane Helm shirt. So it is exclusive, which is cool, and it is licensed. I like the design of this too. The art on this is awesome. We got the Hurricane logo even inside the art. So again, as I mentioned, give about $10 for the shirt itself, then an extra $2 because it is licensed and exclusive. But as a whole, pretty happy with that shirt. And plus, you know, green for the month of March. I think that fits. And yeah, pretty solid that end. I'm glad to have a licensed shirt again. For the Cruiserweight box, so this means that every box, including the heavyweight box, got these items. It is the WWE Retro figure. So we got AJ Styles. I'm guessing by them listing that means that everyone got a different person in the line. So I lucked out by getting someone that I like. Again, I believe these retailed for about, I want to say $9. So this has actually been in another box before too. I'm not holding that against them. I'm just saying that if you're someone who subscribes to multiple wrestling boxes, which I know some people do, that can be a little bit of something that you want to keep in mind, because the last thing you want to get is overlap over and over and over again of items that you've seen in other boxes. So I believe this was in Wrestle Crate, and I think Pro Wrestling Loot did this as well before. But still, a really cool item, and I feel like a lot of fans are going to be happy with this because it is kind of like a throwback figure. And, you know, it's not on the level of an Elite or anything like that, but I'd say it's probably pretty equivalent to like a Funko Pop, probably around that. So again, about $9 for the retro figure. The next item was the Funko Mystery Mini, and again, we got Bret Hart this time. I don't mind getting Mystery Minis. I think Mystery Minis can be pretty cool. The only thing that's kind of a bummer, and it's not their fault because Funko hasn't released anything since, is that these Mystery Minis are like 2 years old now. So I'd imagine if you're someone that collects these Mystery Minis, or had a really big interest in them, by now you probably have most of them. So again, just something to keep in mind. I'm not going to hold it against them, except for the pricing. But again, this was in a previous box, and it's a 2-year-old item roughly. So again, most people who want it probably already have the set, if not, you know, a big chunk of it. So again, I'm going to give you $4 because it is the older set, and that's probably how much you'd find it at retail at this point, because it is 2 years old now, and Mystery Minis decline in value a lot more rapidly than other products when you're buying them at retail. So we're just going to do $4 for that. The next item is the authentic Joey Ryan autograph on an exclusive print, and there they have a picture of Joey at the signing. So it is an exclusive print, which is good to hear. Again, I'd probably say you could do about $15 for the autograph, and then roughly, I said about $2 to $3 for the print, just because it isn't on like a hard cardstock or anything like that. It's just on photo paper. But depending, I mean, you could probably do anywhere from $2 to $3 to maybe $5 at maximum. So anywhere for this between, I'm gonna go 18, but I think you could do anywhere between like 18 to $20, because it is on exclusive art print rather than being on like an 8x10. The final item of this month is the Starcade lapel pin, which is right here. Again, very happy with this pin. I think it is a really cool design just as a whole, and again, like I said, the enamel working on that's really, really well done. Again, it is a single backing, so it has a little bit of a bummer, but as a whole, I'm really, really happy with this pin. They've been doing really well with the pins since the start of the year. I know December's was a little rocky, but this pin right here, very, very happy with. So again, I'm gonna do about like $8 or $9. I'll do $9 for the pin this month. Just because, again, the detail on this pin is really, really well done, and the enamel working is really well done as well. So with my pricing, I'm getting about $52 worth of value, which is still pretty good. This box, I believe, still is at $41 with shipping and handling, roughly. So you are getting about $11 extra value, which is pretty solid as a whole. That said, I would say I'm decently happy with the box. Again, I feel bad for being critical because I love this box so much, and that's why I continue to have it month to month. If you notice my channel, it's probably one of the only real consistent boxes that I have on a, monthly basis. So I feel like there's something missing. Again, the items that we got aren't bad at all, but it just feels like something is missing from the box, and I feel as though it might be because we got a 2-year-old Mystery Mini. I feel like if you had the Mystery Mini and the classic figure and then had another throw-in or something like that, I feel like maybe that kind of would have changed the perception. But there's nothing in this, when you kind of put everything together, that really makes it feel like everything has come together. There's no Elite figure or, you know, Nia Jax autograph together. There's no Braun Strowman signed Funko Pop in a protector. There's nothing like that this month. This month is pretty, it's still good, but again, there's nothing wow-worthy. I think really what it would hinder on is if you really like Joey Ryan, which I know a lot of people do. So for some people that, you know, this is great. It just is really dependent upon the autograph, I would say, this month. And to me personally, Joey Ryan isn't someone at the level that I would say, you know, you look at like 4 items, including the shirt, and say that this is, you know, going from Nia Jax to Braun Strowman to Joey Ryan, to me at least, isn't really all equivalent together. The fact that it is on exclusive print is really cool though, so I am happy about that. As a whole, I'm gonna have to do like a 3.75 this month. Again, the $11 value is great. It just feels like one item is missing. And so to me, that kind of just brings it down just a little bit. But again, I think it really just hinders on your perception of the autograph and whether, to you, Joey Ryan is a huge name to get in there or a name that you really want to get in there. And I feel like there's going to be a little bit of contention for people because I know a lot of people are either New Japan fans and like really, really diehard New Japan fans. And by that, they like, you know, people in LIJ or Chaos or Bullet Club, or people are, you know, WWE fans and want the big names there. Joey Ryan kind of sits in the middle there for some people. He is well known, but I don't know if I'd put him on the level of someone like Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, you know, getting Gold Dust, Marty Scurll, getting names like that. I don't know if I would say Joey Ryan is around that, to me at least. So I'm going to say about a 3.75. But yeah, again, as I mentioned, if you are interested in this box, sign up as quickly as possible. As I mentioned, I can't recommend them enough. There's a reason why, as I mentioned, this is the most consistent box on my channel. And it is because I feel as though it's the best wrestling subscription box that's out there on a month-to-month basis. To me, the reason why I'm putting a 3.75 on it would be different than another box. There's certain boxes where I get this and say, this is amazing for what that box does. But knowing what these people have done in the past, I just feel like for a lot of people, your expectations can be different for different companies. And because they are an independent box to me, I want them to succeed even more compared to Slam Crate, for example. Or even, to a rough extent, Pro Wrestling Crate. But yeah, again, can't recommend them enough. I'll put all the details, as I mentioned earlier, below if you are interested in checking them out. They do tend to sell out on a regular basis, so get your subscription in there as quickly as possible if you are interested in this. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I have a couple other unboxings coming up in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching.